Hello guys. Welcome back to GDT Tech Reviews. In this video we are going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best budget smartphones 2021. So let us get started and the review based on our studies and small research. If you have any personal suggestion, do let us know in the comments section. If you are for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon for more videos. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. So let's get started. The body of the Samsung Galaxy A51 has a similar design to that of the Galaxy A50s. We have an all-polycarbonate body, which is fairly light at just 172 grams, and quite slim too, measuring just 7.9 millimeters in thickness. The glossy body is prone to picking up fingerprints, but they're not too visible on our Prism Crush Black unit. Samsung has stuck with the same Exynos 9611 processor as the Galaxy A50s 22990, which in 2020 and at this price, feels a bit weak. The Galaxy A51 is available with 6GB or 8GB of RAM, and both variants have 128GB of internal storage. Other specifications include dual-band Wi-Fi 802.11 acres, Bluetooth 5, GPS, NFC, and FM radio. The usual sensors are present, and this phone also has WideVine L1 certification. The Galaxy A51 supports Samsung Pay, so you can use it for contactless payments. The software running on this phone out of the box is Samsung's One UI 2.0, which is based on Android 10. The new version looks and feels similar to previous versions of One UI that we have used before, but Samsung has made some tweaks to improve the user experience. It's now a lot easier to change the wallpaper as there's a dedicated menu for this. Motorola's G series has long been a solid bet for budget phone shoppers, but that may be changing. The G Power has a flat screen with a plastic frame and back panel. Our review unit is gray with a subtle semicircular pattern that almost looks like a large fingerprint, which is apt, since it accumulates fingerprints and smudges with ease. Blue and silver options are also available. Motorola ditched the 1080p display on the 2020 G Power for a lower res 720p screen. At 6.5 by 3.0 by 0.4 inches and 7.3 ounces, the G Power is chunky but manageable with one hand. Its weight is well distributed, making it easy to hold for long Netflix binges. The TCL 10L isn't ugly by any means, but it lacks the level of refinement you get with the Moto G Power. The plastic back panel feels thin and would never be mistaken for glass. The camera stack is large and overbearing, and the black fingerprint sensor that sits right below it almost seems like an afterthought. They're minor issues, but they add up. The phone measures 6.38 by 2.98 by 0.33 inches and weighs 6.35 ounces. It's light enough to hold for long periods of time, but the extra width can make smaller hands cramp. The front of the phone is home to a 6.54-inch, 2340 by 1080 pixel LCD with a small hole in the top left corner for the selfie camera. The screen looks crisp, color accuracy is spot on, and it's bright enough to see in direct sunlight without any problems. The screen-to-body ratio comes in at 91%, most of which is from the pronounced bottom bezel. Maybe you've always wanted an iPhone but couldn't afford one, or maybe you're hanging on to an old or broken one and can't upgrade because every new model is too expensive. The iPhone SE should have taken care of these obvious targets, and in a world with no discounted iPhone XR, it would have. However, in some ways, the iPhone XR is a much more modern device and is much more satisfying to own and use. The new iPhone SE doesn't feel like what an iPhone, or even a smartphone, should be today. You aren't quite getting the modern iPhone experience at a lower price. That said, it will serve the purpose of an upgrade, and it does run the latest version of iOS with all the apps you could want. The display, while relatively tiny and low-res, offers excellent color reproduction and viewing angles. Apple's True Tone feature adjusts the color temperature automatically based on ambient light. Google Pixel 4a design. There's something very likable about the Google Pixel 4a's design. It's not flashy or in your face. In fact, it's the exact opposite, and yet it looks attractive. Google has used a unibody polycarbonate shell with a soft touch matte finish. It looks nice and doesn't attract fingerprints. The Pixel 4a is relatively slim at 8.2mm and really light, at just 143 grams. The overall compact dimensions of the body and the rounded edges make it a very comfortable phone to handle. The volume and power buttons are placed on the right, and offer good tactile feedback. There's a headphone jack on the top, a tray for a single nano SIM on the left, and the speaker and USB Type-C port on the bottom. The Google Pixel 4a only accepts a single physical SIM, but it does support an additional eSIM. The Google Pixel 4a uses the Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G SoC, which is not the most powerful SoC you'll find in phones at this price, but is good enough. There's 6GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 128GB of storage, which again, are fairly adequate. The Pixel 4a supports 4G Volt, dual-band Wi-Fi AC, Bluetooth 5, NFC, and 4 satellite navigation systems. There's no wireless charging or IP rating, but you do get stereo speakers. The Pixel 4a also features Google's Titan M security hardware for biometric authentication and other security-related functions. The Google Pixel 3a had an impressive set of cameras, not just for its segment, but in general. The Pixel 4a sticks to a single front and rear camera, with the same resolutions as their predecessors.